Dear students, in this video I am going to start Green's function and its application in integral equations. So this is our topic. So first we will define what is Green's function. So consider a linear homogeneous differential equation of order n as this: Ly is equals to 0, where L is the differential operator defined as this. L is P naught x dn by dxn plus P1 x dn minus 1 by dxn minus 1 plus and so on Pn minus 1x d by dx plus Pnx. So this is basically nth order. Nth order, when you operate this operator, differential operator on y, then we will get the differential equation. Okay, here P0, P1, Pn minus 1 and Pn all are continuous functions on closed interval AB, and essentially P naught x is not equal to 0 on the closed interval AB. Now to solve this differential equation, which is nothing but ultimately when you solve this, this is a nth order differential equation because the highest order derivative in operator is nth order. So here this will be nth order differential equation. So when you solve this, you need n boundary conditions. To solve this boundary value problem, you need n boundary conditions. So these are the boundary conditions. Vky is equals to 0, where k is 1 to n. That means these are total n number of conditions. Where Vky is what? Vky is nothing but the sum of Pky and Qky. Where Pky is nothing but conditions given at the point A, left hand point, plus Q is nothing but the conditions given at the point B. Here what is Pk? Pk is alpha k ya plus alpha k1 y1a plus and so on alpha k n minus 1 y n minus 1 a. So all these conditions are given at the point A. Here you can see easily y involves 0 order derivative, first order derivative, n minus 1 order derivatives. So y here n minus 1th derivative at point A are involved, and alpha k1, these are actually the constants. Okay, so these are the constants, and since this is the nth order derivative, so here from 0 order to n minus 1 order derivatives, they are involved. Similarly for the qk, here beta k yb plus beta k1 y dash b and beta k n minus 1 y n minus 1 b. So all the you can say y 0 order derivative, first order derivative up to n minus 1th order derivative of y, they are involved at point B, where beta k1, all these are constants. Okay, so this is the boundary condition where v1 v2 vn are linearly independent forms. These, so they are linearly independent forms. Okay, when you solve this homogeneous differential equation with these boundary conditions, if you get a trivial solution means 0. When you substitute y equal to 0 here, so we will get 0 equal to 0, then we can say that the solution is trivial. Then the Green's function of the boundary value problem 1 to 4, equation number 1 to equation number 4, 1 to 4 is the function gxt, where t varies from a to b. Here x varies from a to b, here t, having following 4 properties. So first and important thing is that Green's function always exists when we are having a trivial solution. When we are having trivial solution for the homogeneous boundary value problem. For homogeneous boundary value problem, we have a trivial solution. Then gxt, Green's function, exists. Okay, so this is very important condition. Now if gxt exists, then this gxt satisfies the following 4 properties. Number 1, in each of the interval a to t, here this is semi-open, semi-closed interval. So here a is, here this is closed interval a, and t this is open. and this is open at T, and B, this is closed. So this is semi-open, semi-closed, this is semi-open, semi-closed. Okay, so this gxt in this interval considered as a function of x is a solution of 1. That is, solution of 1 means this. So G satisfies this equation in this interval. So LG is equal to 0. Okay, and here G is considered as a function of x only. That means gxt is of this form: f1x in this interval, f2x in this interval. So f1x in the interval this a to t, and f2x in the interval t to b. Here f1 is a function of x only, f2 is a function of x only. Okay, so this G basically satisfies equation number 1. So LG is equal to 5, and this is denoted by equation number 5. Now second property is that gxt is continuous and has continuous derivatives with respect to x up to order n minus 2, inclusive for x in between a and b. So gxt is basically continuous and having continuous order derivatives with respect to up to order n minus 2. Up to order n minus 2. That means suppose your differential equation is of order 4, then gxt, its first order derivative and its second order derivative, because n is 4 in that case, so n minus 2 will be 2, hence G, its first order derivative, its second order derivative, all are continuous in the interval a to b. Third condition, n minus 1th derivative. Here is n minus 2th derivative, here is n minus 1th derivative of gxt with respect to x at point x is equal to t has discontinuity of the first kind, and the magnitude or the jump of the discontinuity is equal to minus 1 upon p naught t. What is p naught t? P naught, if t is this, if you will see, p naught is the highest, the coefficient of this function. Here this is the function. So the highest order derivative associated function with highest order derivative of y is basically p naught x. So this is p naught t. So that means what? So we are finding basically the derivative. So right hand side derivative minus left hand side derivative, the difference will be minus 1 upon p naught t. This is the meaning of this line. So right hand derivative means at point t means x is equal to t plus 0. So del n minus 1 g divided by del x n minus 1 minus then del n minus 1 g upon del x n minus 1. Here is the left hand side. So x is equal to t minus 0. This is the right hand side derivative. This is the left hand side derivative is equals to, the difference will be this, minus 1 upon p naught t. Okay, so this is equation number 6. Last condition is that gxt satisfies the boundary conditions. Third, boundary condition number third, this. So gxt should satisfy these conditions. Okay, that means vk g is equals to 0 for all k from 1 to n. This is equation number 7. So this is the Green's function. Definition of the Green's function. Let us see Green's function through some examples. So here first example is this. Find the Green's function of the boundary value problem y double dash x is equal to 0. That means second order derivative with boundary condition y at 0 is 0, y at L is equals to 0. So this is the second order derivative and hence we are having two conditions. So how to solve this? So first, what is the given boundary value problem? Given boundary value problem is this: y double dash is equal to 0. Now if you compare this with your this general equation p naught y double dash plus p1 y dash plus p2 y is equal to 0, then what will be the value of p naught? P naught is nothing but 1. Okay, now integrating this equation, integrating this equation, so we get y1 dash y dash is equal to a, sorry, a is a constant. Again integrate, so we get y is equal to ax plus b. So here we have two arbitrary constants, capital A and capital B. Now to find out these a and b, we can use these boundary conditions. So put x is equal to 0. So at x equal to 0, y is 0. So y0 is equal to here 0 plus b. But y0 is 0, so b is 0. Okay. So y0 is 0. Now when you put b is equal to 0 here, so y is equal to ax. Now put x is equal to L here. So what we will get? Here, sorry, here. Put y is equal to L here. So we get y at L is equal to AL. But y at L is also 0. So 0 is equal to AL. And obviously L is non-zero because L is the boundary point. Here 0 is already 1 point. So L will be a non-zero point obviously. So L is non-zero and hence A will be 0. So when A is 0, B is 0. So ultimately y is nothing but 0. So 0 is the trivial solution of 1. Y is the trivial solution of 1. Hence Green's function exists. Hence Green's function exists. Therefore Green's function exists and is given by gxt is given by what? So here we can use this general solution. We can use this general solution. So a1, in place of a we are using a1, x plus in place of b we are using a2. So a1x plus a2. In the interval, if you will see, gxt is defined as this: a to t, t to b. What is a? In our case, if you will see, a is 0. What is b? B is our L. So that's why a is 0, 0 to t. Function is this. From t to b, b is L. So t to b is the function is b1x plus b2. Now our target is to find out a1, a2, b1, b2. So we are having 4 arbitrary constants. Okay. Now to find out these arbitrary constants, we can use the properties satisfied by G. First property is this. First property is this, which is already considered here. This property is already considered here. So now we can use this second property, third property and fourth property. Okay. So here gxt satisfies the property. This is the second property actually. Gxt is, what is the second property? If you will see, gxt is continuous and has continuous order derivative with respect to n minus 2. Here what is n? N is 2. So when you put it here, 2 minus 2 is 0. That means 0 order derivative. That means gxt itself is continuous. Okay. So here gxt is continuous at x is equal to t. At x equal to t. That means what? Continuity means what? This value, this function at point t is equals to this function at point t. Both will be same at point t. So a1t plus a2 is equal to b1t plus b2. From here you can write down this as b1 minus a1t plus b2 minus a2 is equal to 0. This is equation number 4. Now we can use the third property. Third property is that n minus 1th derivative of gxt with respect to x at point x has discontinuity of first kind, and which is equal to minus 1 upon p naught t. So put n is equal to 2 here. So first order derivative actually. So here is this. So the first order partial derivative of gxt with respect to x at point x equal to t has discontinuity of the first kind with jump minus 1 upon p naught t. What is p naught t? P naught x is basically the coefficient of the highest order derivative in equation number 1, which was 1, which was this. P naught was 1. When you compare these two, so p naught is basically 1. Okay. So p naught x will be 1 and hence p naught t will also be 1. So now partially differentiate. So del g by del x at x equal to t plus 0, that means right hand side derivative, minus del g by del x at x equal to t minus 0, that means left hand side derivative, is equals to minus 1 upon p naught t. What is this? You can compute this with the help of this. t plus 0. T plus 0 means this function. This function. So just differentiate this with respect to x, so we get b1. So b1 from here is b1. From here t minus 0, that means this branch. So partially differentiate this branch with respect to x, so we get a1. So here is a1. So b1 minus a1 is equals to, from here we get minus 1. So this is equation number 5. Okay. Now last property, gxt satisfies the boundary conditions. Okay. So here gxt must satisfy the boundary conditions star. So boundary conditions are these two. So put x is equal to 0 in G. So we get this G x is 0, t is equal to this 0. Okay. First boundary condition. Similarly, second boundary condition, put x is equal to L. So G L t is equal to 0. This 0 is due to this 0. This 0. So now G at 0 t is equal to 0. So here is this. So what is your G? G is this. So when you put x is equal to 0, so x is equal to 0 means this function. In this branch, here is 0. So put x is equal to 0 here, so we get only a2. So a2 is 0. Similarly, here x is L. So here x is L, so we have to consider the second branch. Put x is equal to L here, so b1L plus b2 is 0. So we have 6th and 7th equations. Okay, now using 5, that means this 4 reduces to, so put b1 minus a1 is equal to minus 1 here. So we get minus t plus b2 minus a2 is equal to 0. Okay, so this is the 8th equation. So now solve 5, 6, 7 and 8. So from 6th a2 is 0. When a2 is 0, from 8th what is b2? b2 will be t from here. Then b2 is t, so b1 will be minus t by L. And then substitute this value here, so a1 will be 1 minus t by L. So these are the values. And based on this, Green's function will be gxt will be a1x plus a2 in between 0 and t, and b1x plus b2 in between t and L. Substitute the values. So what is a1? a1 is this 1 minus t by L x from 0 to t, and here b1 is minus t by L x by L plus b2 is t. So t x varies from t to L. Okay, so here you can write this as, so gxt will be x upon L. Just take L common from here, so x by L, L minus t from 0 to t. Here you can take t by L common, so t by L common, so L minus x when x varies from t to L. So this is the Green's function. Okay, now we have second example. Second example, construct Green's function for the homogeneous boundary value problem. Here we have d4y by dx4 is equals to 0, where y is 0, y at 0 is equals to y1 0 is equals to y at 1 is equal to y1 1 is equal to 0, y dash actually. Okay, so we have 4 conditions. Now to solve this, first we will take the homogeneous equation, given homogeneous equation. So its auxiliary equation will be given by m raised to power 4 is equal to 0. So m will be 0 0 0 0. So what will be the solution? Solution will be this: y is equal to a plus bx plus cx square plus dx cube, because this is the repeated roots. Now we find out a, b, c, d. So y at 0 is 0. So put y is equal to 0, so a is 0. Now y1 at 0 is 0. This will provide you b is equal to 0, because just differentiate this and then put x is equal to 0, so b will be 0. So a is 0, b is 0. When you put it here, then you will get y is equal to cx square plus dx cube. That means this. Now put y at 1 is equal to 0 here. So we get c plus d is equal to 0. put y1 at 1 is equal to 0. So just differentiate this and put x equal to 1. So we get 2c plus 3d is equal to 0. Simplify these two. So c is 0, d is 0. So ultimately when you put a0, b0, c0, d0, so we get a trivial solution. So y is 0 is the trivial solution of 1, and hence Green's function exists. What will be the solution? Green's function will be gxt is equal to, from here inspired by this, a1 plus a2x plus a3x square plus a4x cube, and interval b values are, you can see the points are 0 and 1, hence 0 and 1. So a to t, and for the second branch b1 plus b2x plus b3x square plus b4x cube from t to 1. So this is our Green's function. Now gxt satisfies the properties. First property is that here what is the n? Highest order derivative is 4. So when you use the third condition here, n is 4, so 4 minus 2 will be 2. That's why gxt, its first order derivative and its second order derivative all are continuous at x equal to t. Okay, due to this property, at highest up to order n minus 2, second order derivative tak सबके सब continuous होंगे. Okay, so that's why we have taken second order derivative up to g, del g by del x, del 2g by del x2, all are continuous. So just continuous means first put x equal to t here and x equal to t here, both are same, both will be same. That means continuous, g is continuous. Now partially differentiate this with respect to x, partially differentiate this with respect to x, and then put x equal to t. So this will provide you next equation. Just differentiate this. So we get this a2 plus 2a3x t plus 3at a4 t square, and differentiate this with respect to x and then put x equal to t. So we get this. So this is the partial derivative of g with respect to x. Similarly, its second order derivative will be continuous. Hence, again differentiate this. So we get this 2b3 plus 6b4t is equal to, again differentiate this. So 2a3 plus 6a4t. This is the sixth equation. Now the next condition will be this, n minus 1th order derivative. That means n is 4. So third order derivative should be nth. This has discontinuity of first kind. So here jump will be what? So third order derivative del 3g by del x3 of g has a discontinuity of magnitude minus 1 upon p naught t at the point x equal to t, where p naught is the coefficient of highest order derivative in y. So according to this, p naught will be 1. Highest order derivative iska coefficient 1 hai. So that's why p naught t is 1. Okay. So now del 3g by del x3 at x equal to t plus 0 minus del 3g upon del x3 at x equal to t minus 0 is minus 1 upon p naught t, which is minus 1. फिर इसको evaluate किया, so we get the value this. We get this value 6b4 minus 6a4 is equal to minus 1. This is seventh equation. Okay. And now the last condition. Last condition says that gxt satisfies the boundary conditions. Okay. So gxt satisfies the boundary conditions. So here the boundary conditions are these 4. So in first condition, put x is equal to 0 in g. So g at x equal to 0 and t will be 0. Second condition is that partial derivative with respect to x. So g dash at 0 t will be 0. This condition implies put x is equal to 1 in g and put it 0. So g at 1 t is equal to 0. And last condition says that g dash at 1 t is equal to 0. So these are associated with y and these are associated with g. Okay. So now g at x equal to 0. So here this was our function. If you will see, this was our Green's function. So at x is equal to 0, put x equal to 0 here. So we get only a1. So that's why a1 is 0. Now it's different derivative at x equal to 0. So when you differentiate this and put x equal to 0, so you get only a2. So a2 will be 0. Okay, this is ninth equation, this is eighth equation. Now similarly put x equal to 1, x equal to 1 here, so we have to consider the second branch. Put x equal to 1 here, so we get b1 plus b2 plus b3 plus b4. So b1 plus b2 plus b3 plus b4 is 0. And now differentiate and then put it 0. So just differentiate this, so we get b2 plus 2b3 plus 3b4. So b2 plus 2b3 plus 3b4 is equals to 0. 11th equation. Okay. Now to simplify this, what we will have to, so let ck is equal to bk minus ak, where k is 1, 2, 3, 4. Because we have a1, a2, a3, a4. Similarly b1, b2, b3, b4. So let's see the difference of, say, b1 minus a1 is c1, b2 minus a2 is c2, b3 minus c3 is c3, and b4 minus a4 is c4. Okay, so this is the short form. So now fourth implies, equation number fourth implies this. If you will see here, b1 minus a1, b2 minus a2t, b3 minus a3t square and b4 minus a4t cube is equal to 0 हो जाएगा ये. तो इसको हम लिख सकते हैं c1 plus c2t plus c3t square plus c4t cube is equal to 0. Similarly fifth implies, equation number fifth. Similarly यहाँ इस सबको लेफ्ट में ले जाएंगे तो b2 minus a2 आएगा जिसको हम c2 लिख सकते हैं, b3 minus a3t आएगा उसको हम c3t लिख सकते हैं. ऐसे ही ये आ जाएगा b4 minus a4 t square, तो उसको हम लिख सकते हैं c4t square. So we get this term, this is equal to 0. Now sixth implies, sixth is this equation. So here we get 2 b3 minus a3, which is nothing but c3. Similarly here 6 b4 minus a4 into t, so we get c4 into t. So this will be this 2 c3 plus 6 c4 t is equal to 0. And now the seventh implies this equation. This can be written as 6, common ले लेंगे, so b4 minus a4, which is nothing but c4. So 6 c4 is equals to minus 1. So now here we have 4 equations with 4 unknowns. So find out these values. So starting from c4, c4 is minus 1 by 6. Put it here, then find out c3, c3 is t by 2. Put it c3 and c4 here, so get c2 minus t square by 2. And then from first this equation we get c1 is equal to t3 by 6. So according to this, c1 is equal to b1 minus a1. But c1 is what? t3 by 6. So b1 minus a1 will be t3 by 6. This is equation number 12th. But c2 is equal to b2 minus a2. And c2 is what? Minus t square by 2. So b2 minus a2 is minus t square by 2. 13 number equation. Then c3 is b3 minus a3. But c3 is t by 2. So b3 minus a3 is t by 2. Equation number 14. And last is c4 is equal to b4 minus a4. So b4 minus a4 is c4. That means minus 1 by 6. This is equation number 15. So now when you solve equations from 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So we have total 4 equations plus 4 equations. So total 8 equations. And 8 unknowns, a1, b1, a2, b2, a3, b3, a4, b4. So just solve the system of equations. So what we will get? We will get a10, a20, a10, a20. And now put it in this. A3 will be what? From here. A1, A2, and then A3 will be from this equation. From this equation, because from here, when you put A1 0 here, so we get B1. Put A2 0, so we get B2. So we get this. B1 is equal to here, put A1 0, so minus this B1 is, A1 is 0, so B1 will be, sorry, this will be positive. This will be positive. Then put it here, A2 is equal to 0, so we get minus t square by 2. When you have B1 and B2, put this B1 and B2 here, so we get B3 plus B4 is equal to 0, and then B3 and B4 equal to 0. So solve these two equations. So ultimately you will get B3 and B4, which are nothing but B3 is equal to minus t cube by 2 plus t square, b4 is minus t square by 2 plus t cube by 3. Okay, when you are having b3 and b4, so just put it here b3 and get a3. So a3 will be this, and then similarly when you b4 you are having, so with the help of this equation you can find out a4. So a4 will be this 1 by 6 minus t square by 2 plus t cube by 3. Now substitute these values a1 a2 b1 b2 c1 a3 b3 a4 b4 herein, and so gxt is given by this. So this is the Green's function. Okay, so this is the way how we can find out the Green's function. Now in the next video we will discuss some theorems. Okay, thank you.